2023 American Vintage 2 Fender Stratocaster. Ho, 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 ho. My kind of guitar. Hey Nick, we are ready for another condition report.
Okay.
Here we are again. So what do we have today?
So 2023 American Vintage. Came in a very good condition as well.
American Vintage 2, that is the 2.0. American Vintage 2 is called.
Oh, sorry,
but
yes.
you were right. American
Yes.
Vintage. This is how we know the average Strat. American Vintage 2.
A bit of neck setup. I think it came in with a little bit of high action, so
As
full
most
neck
of,
setup.
as most of these guitars
yeah,
anyway.
fairly standard. Yeah, nothing new. And other than that, it was clean. Intonation was fine.
This guitar has the amazing vintage pickups. They even call them pure vintage. They are pure vintage, like your husband.
Oh well. And yeah, what else? Came in with all the original certificates. And let's have a look.
Let's have a look at the case, Candy, because there's not much to talk about the condition of this guitar, right?
Yeah, it was fairly good standard and certificates.
Oh, I think I've seen it somewhere. I think it even has the
Keys probably.
the welcome. Thank you for your purchase from Peach Guitars. So the previous owner bought this guitar from Peach Guitars in the UK. Oh, what a beauty! I dig these two-tone sunbursts. How do you like this color?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you prefer the two-tone sunburst or the three-tone sunburst?
Sorry.
Because of the extra red around
Yes.
this part.
Yeah, sorry, but that's just me.
Really?
Yep.
This looks even more vintage with this two-tone sunburst, tobacco, everything, you know. Eric Johnson would be very happy with this.
Yeah, beautiful. Nitro finish.
Yes.
So very
Oh yes,
sensitive.
this is as soon as you opened the case,
Yeah, you can
I
tell.
felt love is in the air or nitro is in the air.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell by the smell of the guitar.
Yeah, sensitive.
So 2023 American Vintage. Are you happy with it? And how do you like the hard case?
Hard case, all good.
This is the Fender hard case you like,
Yes,
right? And
yeah.
the good old tweed hard case with the. Come on, show me one more
One
time.
last show.
Oh yes.
What beauty.
What a beauty, American Vintage 2. This is the latest generation of these guitars, you know, the most expensive, just one below custom shop. One below custom shop. Oh, turn back. This part of the neck looks great. Oh, I like that. I like that grain. It has this dead V, pronounced V around this part, and gets a bit thinner here, like in 1957. You know.
Beautiful.
You don't
Very
need
vintage looking.
you don't need modern necks to play great, because some of those old players, some of those quite talented players were quite good on these guitars, you know.
That's right, yeah.
If Hendrix and David Gilmour and Eric Clapton and Eric Johnson and Joe Bonamassa and another Hank Marvin and 1 million other guitarists could play on a vintage neck, maybe we could do it as well. Nice one. Thank you, Nick.
No worries.
Amazing. Bye-bye. It's very, very vintage, very old school, very period correct 57 Strat. I mean, probably the most period correct 57 Strat I've ever had here. It's even the Fender even named the pickups pure vintage. So very much my kind of instrument. It matches my personality. This is the neck profile that probably your favorite Fender Stratocaster player used. From Hank Marvin to Mark Knopfler to David Gilmour to Eric Clapton to John Mayer, you know, all these people, to Joe Bonamassa, all these people who play on vintage Strats, they can play and band on 7 1/4 inch radio, so there's nothing wrong with it. maybe we just need to practice more. By the way, Hendrix was quite good on a vintage Strat. He didn't play on an American Ultra with compound radius and 10 till 14-inch radius, you know? Hendrix didn't do that. He was quite good on a vintage Strat. So maybe there's nothing wrong with vintage Strat. Maybe the problem is with our laziness or not enough practice or too comfortable guitars, you know? She doesn't want to be new. She wants to stay old school, vintage. And, you know, this baby, mamma mia, has everything that I like in vintage guitars and antique things. You know what? Number one feature, what I really dig, and as soon as you open the case, you get it. You get it. Nowhere to hide from it. Gloss nitrocellulose finish. Oh man, these babies. I mean, sorry being a guitar pervert, but these beauties is great, fantastic. You know, today I've been recording guitar demo videos with all those Fender guitars, right? Fender Strats, a Fender American Standard from 1989, an American Ultra, and now the American Vintage, and then I'm going to carry on with a custom shop Strat, and I can tell you the difference. I can tell you the difference playing these guitars after each other. This is the most vintage and the less playable guitar, but in a good way. Let me explain. Let me explain. So this has a chunkier neck with a tad bit of V profile at this side. So for the chord playing, it's absolutely perfect. But it has 7¼ inch radius. Means the neck is very curved. So to make it very playable, very bendable, we had to increase the action a bit, but this is all good. This is all good. Don't bloody stop the video, because this is the neck profile what probably your favorite Fender Stratocaster player used. From Hank Marvin to Mark Knopfler to David Gilmour to Eric Clapton to John Mayer, you know, all these people, to Joe Bonamassa, all these people who play on vintage Strats, they can play and bend on 7¼ inch radius, so there's nothing wrong with it. maybe we just need to practice more. and the thing with this neck and the fretboard radius is, I just feel that playing after an American Ultra, which is completely the opposite, compound radius, 10 till 14 inch compound radius, very flat, very bendable, very easy to play. After jumping from that to here, what I can feel is I have to dig deeper, I have to appreciate every note. I just need to work harder for every note on this 7¼ inch radius, and that is a good thing because that brings the personality out. That brings the player's personality out. How much you can work for those notes. You have to slow down and make sure every note sounds great, every vibrato sounds great, every bending is in tune, because you have to work hard for them. Don't jump from one note to the other too quickly because you worked hard for the previous one. So absolute bendable, playable, as you can hear it from any David Gilmour songs or 7¼ inch radius is just great, and this V-shaped vintage neck is great because you had to work hard. You have to work hard for the notes. That's what I was gonna say. Eric Johnson is another example. Eric Johnson is quite good on his vintage Strat, and Bonamassa is quite good on his vintage Strat, I bet. So it's nothing wrong with vintage Strats. The examples are there. You know what? Check this out. 2-tone sunburst, gloss nitro finish, and the neck is just bloody amazing. It has a bit more tint on it, so a bit darker yellow. Oh man, my hand smells great after playing on this instrument. Single ply scratch plate. Oh, fuck's sake, everything I like. And the pickups, pure vintage pickups, they don't try to be modern. They don't try to be noiseless. They don't try to be whatever. Just beautiful Alnico single coil pickups based on they really modeled an original 57 Strat. So vintage tram that doesn't want to stay in tune too much. That's all add up, Hendrix, by the way, Hendrix was quite good on a vintage Strat. He didn't play in an American Ultra with compound radius and 10 till 14 inch radius, Hendrix didn't do that. He was quite good on a vintage Strat. So maybe there's nothing wrong with vintage Strat. Maybe the problem is with our laziness or not enough practice or too comfortable guitars, Absolutely beautiful instrument. I dig it. So far today, this is the best one. American Standard, then American Ultra, then American Vintage. This is my favorite, and I'm going to record a video with that custom shop Strat, which is very vintage as well. So I think that's gonna be the winner, but that costs almost twice as much as this one, and this delivers everything what a old school vintage reissue Strat has to deliver. Let me show you the hard case and the canting. check this very period correct as the guitar, very period correct hard case, beautiful tweed hard case. Oh, it smells new. Sorry, a bit of packaging material here and there. Okay, let's see what the guitar comes with. Comes with this ashtray drum cover. Awesome. I like vintage strings. If you like vintage strings, this is the one for you. Let's see what's here. Hang tag, first of all. I really dig when the previous owner kept the hang tag. And another hang tag. American Vintage 2, let's see. Nitro cellulose lacquer, American Vintage 257 V-shaped neck profile. I don't know what's this. Lot of things it came with. So originally it was bought from Peach Guitars, and this is a little thank you for your purchase card from Peach Guitars. So they were the importers of the instrument. So everything is here that the guitar was released with. I think even the certificate, it has a certificate. Yes, beautiful. Don't lose this. Okay guys, so yes, so I can confirm it has everything important here. All case candy. I hope. All case candy, even the keys for the hard case here. It smells new. There's nothing dodgy here. The case is in mint condition. Let's check the condition of the guitar out again. Let me share that with you. So, bloody hell, it's like a new instrument. So it was built in 2023. Very new guitar. I can't see any damages on it. It's absolutely bloody mint condition. The neck is bloody hell, nothing on it. Fret wear, nothing. So I can confirm that this guitar is as mint as possible. There's nothing on it, not even a scratch or anything. Absolutely beautiful guitar. So you can save a fortune on this because it's in the same condition as buying it from a big store. You can buy it from a little family run business, and we make sure we set it up perfectly. Don't lose this. Don't lose this if you like Fender Strats. This is a fucking vintage American. This is a Fender American fucking vintage 57-2 Stratocaster. I dig it so much. This was my favorite over the whole day. I'm recording guitar demos all day, and this was my favorite so far. Very Eric Johnson style vintage Strat. Hello, Baba. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.